What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Pixel Pitch, the place where we celebrate FPL pain like it's a trophy. Game week 4 gave me 63 points and a red arrow, but weirdly, that's a win for me. Let me explain. Now, why am I so optimistic with a red arrow and like getting bang on average points? Because I had a choice to play the wild card, but I chose not to. And considering the shape of my squad, I had no Crystal Palace players, I had no Arsenal players. I don't think I had any Spurs as well, apart from Pedro Porro. And I had Bruno Fernandes playing City. Trust me, with the shape of my squad, I was expecting very low points. Like, I was definitely expecting to be below average this game week, as many players were not going with Haaland and Salah draft from the first game week, so they were in a lot better shape than me. So, getting average points and only a slight red arrow is a big win for me. Now let's talk about why I didn't press the wildcard panic button, right? First, I already had Haaland and Reinders. Moving them out just to free hit in game week 6 made no sense. Second, right now, if you wildcard, you are either choosing between Haaland or Salah because I personally don't want to have them going forward, both of them in my team, because that restricts the budget a lot. And honestly, I'd rather keep Haaland and save the wildcard for when Salah is in the shiny toy. Third, after the international break, no one knew who'd start or be rested. Wildcarding into a roulette is like paying for VIP tickets and finding out the band's not playing. So, just didn't seem right for me. So, my plan is simple, like, I'll be free hitting the next game week when most of my players either face each other or have tough opponents. That keeps my wildcard alive for game week 13's fixture swing. A massive reset point. By then, the Champions League will have settled. We'll know who the nail starters are. And I won't need to burn 5 transfers just to fix my squad. Basically, I'm trading short term pain for long term power. I'm not sure how the strategy will work, but hopefully it works well. I did make a wildcard draft video this week, and if you're thinking of wildcarding in game week 5, you should check it out. Most of the picks will still apply. The draft outscored me, obviously. Maybe I should have followed through, but in FPL, hindsight is a luxury subscription I can't afford. Now, my one big regret from the current game week is not captaining Haaland. I had a very strong gut feeling that Manchester City are playing Manchester United. He always bullies the Red Devils type. But I bottled it for Salah versus Burnley. It might sound like a rational choice, but like I would suggest going with your gut instincts. Like if you have a very strong feeling that someone would be doing good and you have done your research, maybe they will. Speaking of Salah, he's been living on borrowed time. Late assist in game week 1, a penalty yesterday. I am starting to wonder if keeping him is like paying rent on a house you don't like living in. It's just like he is returning, his numbers might go up, he might do better. It's just, I don't know. I'll still be keeping him for some few more game weeks, but let's see. Jao Pedro is my unsung hero. Best value for money asset this season. He's returned almost every game or every game, I don't remember, and even passes the eye test, right? If you watch him play, you know that like this guy is the big deal. Like Chelsea has finally nailed on that striker that they need. So one transfer that I made this game week was moving out Nico Williams for Gehi, and that pretty much worked out because it seemed pretty obvious that Crystal Palace is going to keep a clean sheet this game week, and he got like 6 points. I was thinking about moving Diouf as well for another Palace defender, but taking a -4 hit for I was not sure like if by any chance they concede, like it would just be a negative points for me, so I didn't go for that move. Now Reinders is the one that stinks. I've backed him since he bossed Real Madrid in last year's Champions League. This week he should have had a goal and an assist. Instead, nothing. That's FPL. 70% strategy, 30% bad luck. And I collected the 30%. Honestly, he looked like he left his finishing boots in Milan. I'm fine with Gakpo. Burnley parked the bus, but I'm encouraged by his minutes. Sometimes no points are better than no minutes. He's basically like Netflix buffering. Frustrating, but at least you know the content is still coming. Now, Pedro Porro. Porro always does his jobs, keeps the clean sheet points. I was hoping for attacking returns, but I'll take what I get. Not every defender needs to cosplay like Prime Cafu, right? And then there's Sanchez. Big mistake. Chelsea's defense looked like a sieve in a thunderstorm. Raya or Donnarumma can't arrive soon enough. I need to get them in as soon as possible. So looking ahead, transfers are already in my head. Like I want to shape the squad for a game week 8 bench boost when Leeds and Burnley face each other. It might mean sacrificing Salah for depth, but considering these are the good games where both of the team's players can return and a bench boost can actually pay off, I am willing to take that risk. But we have to look at for Salah's performances further. So that's my game week 4 review. On paper looks bad, but as I explained, if it works, the strategy long term will pay off. The wildcard stays in the cage, the free hit is primed for the next game week, and the long game is alive. Subscribe and hit the bell icon if you want to see any early free hit thoughts. And check out the draft video now. Spoiler, it did better than the actual team. Painful, yes, but remember, this isn't about 1 week. It's about the story we are writing across the season.